Mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa Koiki Media. Happy Sunday. Ẹ má bínú pé àpẹka tó tún dé. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá nílé lóko ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Bí ẹ ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, so that happy Sunday, everybody. Èní ní 13 day 32 Yoruba Nation Mega Rally, níbi tí a ti ń gbé ohùn sókè tí a dẹ̀ ń kéde fún all the indigenous sons and daughters of Yorubas nílé lóko. Mo ní good evening and welcome to the broadcast. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá wherever you are around the globe, and I welcome you as you are coming in. Share the program and also try to invite others to participate as well. Ẹ mọ̀ pé bí a ní a studio tó jẹ́ permanent studio, sometimes we come through different kind of studio. But what matters most is that we are here to deliver the task tí Ọlọ́run fún wa pé ká máa fi bá gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀. Our inalienable right to self-determination. And as everybody knows, self-determination can never be a crime. So, Mokin, please invite others to join us and come and participate in the conversation that we are going to have today. Bẹ́ ṣe wá ń wọlé yẹn, tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mi dáadáa lórí screen, please do let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. So mo kí wa lórí TikTok, ní gbogbo platform tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ wa. Orúkọ tèmi ò tí yí padà. My name is Yomi Koiki, popularly known as Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. Loud and clear, Eshegoni, all the Koiki Media staff, you're welcome on board. Ẹ bá wa pín gbogbo ètò yìí lọ sínú gbogbo groups. Eshegoni triple DRS. Ẹ máa ra ticket fún mi, mo fẹ́ wá kí yín ládùúgbò yín lọ́hùn. Ìbùkún ni fún orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Ìbùkún ni fún gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń tò ètò yẹn. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí a ṣe àṣìṣe, àṣeyọrí ni a máa ṣe ní orí our right to self-determination. Àwọn ọ̀báyàn kankan jà o, torí pé àwọn ọ̀tá wa tí wọ́n ń bá wa jà, àwọn ni Ọlọ́run máa mú lọ nígbà tó bá wùn, lásìkò tó bá wùn. Whether the announcement is official today, whether the announcement has been 2017. But as I'm preparing the program, please continue to quickly inform everybody that àlàyé yẹn ti wà live o, tó ń pè ní Koiki Media. The media that represents the views and the opinions of millions of Nigerians that are indigenous people. whether some of you agree or disagree. So our job is to keep you up to date as Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. So today, the 13th day of July, uh, makes it 32 days. Keke Okus, good evening. London Clinic. Koiki Media was in London Clinic. And there's a breaking news coming out as I'll be explaining to you. Money, I will find them wherever they are, and I will bring them closer to you, especially in ten access. Kẹfì ní visa láti wọlé abẹ́yẹn tẹ́ wà ní UK tẹ́ busy. Iṣẹ́ tẹ́ gbélé mi lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn. I am your media, your international media, your international journalist that knows what is going on around the globe. So I want to set up the remaining platform. Buhari, I'll be telling you what has happened to him. Whether 2017, but it seems we will go with the official. Ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ kí Mọ̀mísí mi dáadáa. Ẹ káàbọ̀. That is a beautiful mother that believes in the cause of Yoruba nation, just like many other mothers. So Yoruba nation continue today as it will continue as tomorrow. We are not yet an official country. So even having a passport, as we have indicated yesterday, does not make you an independent country yet. Gbogbo yẹn la máa ṣàlàyé. But all I can say is that whether you are not aware or you are aware, I, Olayomi Koiki, coming all the way from our studio in London on the 13th day, March 2025, coming up to exactly 8 minutes before 6 p.m. local time. I am here to announce the breaking news, whether it is a news that you wanted to hear or a news that you are not expected to hear. So on this particular day, I, as now verify from all the sources, from all the information coming to my desk, please inform every Nigerian to come and listen to me that it is now official. The one that we have heard for the last 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, in the last 8 years is not official. And as a journalist that have lived in the Western world, I don't go with rumors. I go with fact. I go with the organic information. I go with the authentic news coming from many sources rather than speculation. I want to speculate without evidence. It's difficult for me to understand because I cannot work with that. And as my journalism, it does not matter even if we have information, but if we cannot prove it beyond doubt, it is difficult to announce as at the time. So if you have followed me continuously ever since we started Yoruba Nation or prior before that, I have always said Buhari either dead or alive. Buhari dead or alive. That has always been. Please keep sharing, sharing, sharing. Invite many people on TikTok. Thumbs up. Give us super chat. Give us all your support. I have always said in the last 5 years since the Yoruba Nation movement started, just before I came on air, when news like this come up, I quickly make contact to our leaders, and I've been able to speak to them, and they have not asked me to come and tell you anything but I am doing this program as a media organization. So do not quote me as somebody asked me to come and speak. I have called them, and when you talk about the Yoruba leaders, let me leave it like that. We have had private conversation, but this program is my own prerogative, is my own message as one of many Nigerians that are the indigenous people that has been affected by this Fulani man that has been confirmed dead today officially. So while I was just preparing for the Sunday broadcast, I got a call from our media back home, my sources, and I was told that the London clinic that I visited in the last 72 hours, it has now been confirmed that the person I went to check there, the person that I took my time on the Wednesday to visit to find out if true is currently receiving medical treatment in that particular hospital. Many of you have seen the videos. Many of you have watched it on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. Many of you might say, I do not have a job, but my job as a journalist is to go out there and investigate. Even some Yorubas were having sympathy for this particular Muhammadu Buhari. I will explain a lot of the damage Buhari has done in the lives of many Nigerians and the indigenous people. But I am never shocked or surprised that the Yoruba people that should be the one to say what this Buhari, we should never even have sympathy to hide his location in London. They were calling me, they were asking me to pull down the videos that Buhari, as a private citizen, must not be exposed. And I said to myself, why does she need Lati keep Buhari to London without exposing him? After Buhari exposed Yoruba land, the other indigenous people, to a lot of the situation that has occurred in their lives today. Um, but ẹ jẹ́ ń pè yín, mo ti wà lórí live, màá pè yín later. So the current situation today has now given us opportunity to say it as it is without mixing the word. I, Olayomi Koiki, left my home, went to the British Prime Minister office on Wednesday before the Prime Minister was making his way out for the British Prime Minister question and answer at the Parliament, which is a every Wednesday event. When I left there, I got on the bus 453 from Trafalgar Square and came off at the right hospital where Buhari was receiving a special treatment. Some of you might say Buhari died in 2017. I don't have the fact to that. But what I can say today is that I then wanted to know why this individual, and many of them like that, have always end up in UK for their medical treatment and not in Nigeria. It's because Nigeria is not a country that respects a proper healthcare of its citizen. So even those that lead Nigeria have always run out of Nigeria for one reason or the other. There are two of them that are currently in London, but let's focus on Buhari to start with, because Buhari is the one that was the president up until many things happened in the lives of many of the Yoruba people, and also what happened to Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho when he was officially attacked by the Buhari and the government, and why Igboho is currently residing on exile. It has to do with Buhari. because Buhari was protecting the Fulani clan that were massacring and killing many innocent Nigerians. But today, as we have said it, many of you think that you will run away from death. Death will come to you at appropriate time. No matter how much you run away, death will approach you. So it's the same thing we are saying to those that are still running Nigeria today. You might run it with your blood, you might run it with anything, but death will come in to each one of you if you have not, and you're not going to do the needful, especially as the clamoring for the dissolution of Nigeria continue. So before we go further, let me quickly give us the beginning of the journey, how I visited this prime minister and what I said to the prime minister of the United Kingdom on Wednesday last week. I want you to listen to it in case you have not, so that it will go on record today, the 13th, that I might live 3,000 miles away from Nigeria, but my heart bleeds for millions of the indigenous people that are living in bondage, that are not living the kind of freedom life that they should live because of the amalgamation that British join us together, which we are telling the British government that this is wrong, especially when the killings of innocent Nigerians is still happening. So please keep sharing and invite others to do so, because the official announcement has been made that Buhari has died. But I want us to take us back into the summary. Whether Buhari died in 2017, according to Nnamdi Kanu, is not a proof to me. I don't have the proof. But today, after I visited Buhari in London, some of you asked whether I was able to see him. Leave that to me. But I can tell you officially that Buhari died, and the death has been announced by those close to him. But let us listen to the Prime Minister as I was asking him questions that pertain to you as a Nigerian that you might not have opportunity to ask him. I have the privilege because as a journalist that has the right security clearance, I can visit number 10 Downing Street at any time to report. So this is how I reported it at the beginning. Then I'll take you to how I reported the event of how and what I saw at that clinic. Is a private clinic. I'll tell you all the details. But let's listen to my visit to the Prime Minister. You might not see the video, some of you, but if you want to see the video, you quickly go to Facebook or YouTube of Koiki Media, and you can follow it quickly. Let's listen. Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. While we wait for the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer to come out of the door, the question is, why has the British government failed in their duty to call the Nigerian government on the issues of the Fulani terrorists that has massacred many Nigerians in their homes, in their sleeps, children? Can the British government shy away and accept the same thing if these were British children being killed in their bed, in their homes? Farmers can no longer go to their farm. And these are the reasons why we are asking the question on the 9th of July 2025 as the Yoruba Nation campaign continue under the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akintoye. My question to the British Prime Minister is, why have you failed, to take the responsibility today? Why have you shy away? Prime Minister, why have you not done anything with the killings happening in Nigeria? Prime Minister, why have you failed to speak out to the killings happening in Nigeria? There are many killings in Nigeria, and the UK government has failed in their responsibility after creating Nigeria in 1914, fraudulent amalgamation. You failed. Many children have been massacred in their beds. If these were British citizen children, would you have said nothing? The British Prime Minister, you failed to speak to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the killings that is happening in Nigeria, in Benue, in Yoruba land, and we are asking the British government to speak out for for the injustice taking place in Nigeria today. My name is Olawumi Koiki, reporting for Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep on behalf of 60 million Yoruba people that have been killed, massacred on a daily basis by the Fulani terrorists. Now, Buhari himself was a Fulani terrorist, and we don't have any way to say it. Buhari himself was a Fulani terrorist that was planted within Nigeria from the military all the way through to the support from the Yorubas like Bola Tinubu to make him become the president in 2015. But the same Buhari has finally died. Should we celebrate? Yes. Because 28,000 Yoruba people lost their lives. That is not even the full count. 28,000 Yoruba people were massacred during the tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari. While Buhari was in office, a lot of things played out. And those things that played out has not stopped. But the major part of the play out is the one that I want us to remember vividly very well. The one that led to the invasion, the assassination attack on a man that was asking for nothing more than the fact that Fulani people were killing his people under security threat. That the Yorubas are now living in fear from Igagan all the way down to other places within Nigeria that is called the Southwest Nigeria. And who was this particular individual? But before I give you the individual, I want us to, again, after I left the Prime Minister, my next visit made me to travel down to an exclusive private clinic that I can confirm to all Nigerians that Buhari was the only one using the whole of the floor, according to my intelligence and my sources. He refused to accept any nurse, doctor that are Nigerians to come and treat him. He doesn't want to see even a cleaner, even somebody that will give him food. So Buhari was using whether the money from Nigeria, which is definitely because he was not a rich man. He told us that he doesn't have money. But I'm going to show you the building. And imagine somebody asking that the whole floor should be left for him to live until he died, because Buhari has finally Kpai today, the 13th of July 2025, according to the news coming out from London. Buhari died in London. Whether you are told that Buhari died in 2017, nobody has the fact. Those that said so could not show us concrete evidence to prove that Buhari died in 2017, even though I have always said, dead or alive, whatever the game that was played, he has now finished his job. And that means the chapter of whether Buhari died in 2017 or Buhari died in 2025 has come to a conclusion today. Thank you so much, those of you that are giving us all the roses on the TikTok. My name is Olawumi Koiki. You've never met me before. I am one out of the many 60 million Yoruba people that want Yoruba to be free from the Fulani bondage, in conjunction with the British that has decided to keep mute. And even up to his death, Buhari died in London. So I want us to look at this particular video. Some of you will listen to it, and you will now understand why your healthcare system has never been repaired. We saw even the late Akeredolu died as well in Germany. We have seen many of them run out of Nigeria because they are not interested to fix the damaged healthcare in Nigeria. And that means even in their old age, they still doesn't want to die in Nigeria. They still want to come and live the final stage in London, as many of them have done so. So let us watch this video and see how I reported Buhari. And if I look back how many days ago, I was in central London on the 9th of July 2025. Today is 13. So let's work it out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 72 hours. We can now confirm officially today that Buhari has finally died, is gone. Whether he died in 2017 is not the issue anymore now. The closure of Buhari has happened today. And that means that many of us that believe in the right to self-determination will never accept a Yoruba government in the future to come and have medical treatment in London. But the UK wants such. That is why UK has not said much to the killings as I approach the Prime Minister. Thank you so much, those of you that are giving us all the accolades and the comments coming through very fast. 72 hours after I left Buhari at that clinic, they have now officially announced it. Did Buhari died today? Did Buhari died yesterday? Did Buhari died on Wednesday when I visited that clinic? Or did Buhari died in 2017? All these will be something that the inner caucus, those that have the nose, those that knows the truth, will continue to keep it. But be rest assured that one day, no matter how long it takes, we will all be alive. I am 47 years old. Even if it's the next 50 years, we will know the truth of how Buhari died and whether he died in 2025 on the 13th of July or whether he died on the 9th of July when I went to that clinic, or whether he died in 2017 according to Nnamdi Kanu. All these will be unveiled. The secret, that actual secret, will be known. But let's just go with the norm or whatever we are told from London that Buhari has finally died. Watch, for those of you on the YouTube, those of you following on TikTok, listen to my visit to the special private clinic, which is called one of the most expensive clinic where many of them have come to get medical treatment. When I told Nigerians that Buhari was already bed bound, some were saying, how do you know that? Who told you that? Don't worry, journalists doesn't give their sources because that means we are going to keep those sources to ourselves. But what I can tell you that whether Buhari died on Wednesday, whether he died today, whether he died 8 years ago, the closure of Buhari is something that many Nigerians will never understand, especially during the COVID. We saw different patterns, different images, different videos, different ways of Buhari being presented to Nigerians. And you start wondering, how on earth did we intelligent Yoruba people accept this nonsense? How on earth would the others accept the nonsense? Let's listen to my visit to the clinic. This is another part of the London clinic, as you can see there, where President Muhammadu Buhari, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is currently receiving medical treatment on the Devonshire place. It is Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. As we say all the time, most of them, after destroying the country, run to UK for treatment when fully they could have fixed the healthcare sector in Nigeria. So you can see Devonshire place right there. You can see there, Devonshire place. You can see there the clinic itself where we believe that Buhari is also receiving the treatment. So the London clinic, you can see right there. And that's why we say the Yorubas cannot continue to live in denial. So that is Devonshire, the London clinic, as you can see there. So that is the building, the Duchess of Devonshire wing. the London clinic where Buhari is receiving treatment of. This is another part of the London clinic. Now, you've seen that if after I was aware that that I chased Buhari many times. Each time they were coming to London during his tenure, I was making sure that I gave him sleepless night with Yemi Osibajo. You can go and look for many of my videos. There was a particular one I went to Abuja House and I was shouting. I was the only one there. They kept doing my videos. But now the question is, are they going to get Buhari to Nigeria to do an Islamic burial? Or are they going to take him to Saudi Arabia and finally bury him there? These are many questions that I'm sure many of you would like to know. I don't have answer to that. Because we know that Buhari is a Muslim. And as a Muslim, will Buhari be taken to Nigeria tonight, which is still very possible with a private jet from one of the Fulani clans? They can get him to Nigeria and finish his burial by 2 p.m. tomorrow in Daura. Or will Buhari be taken to Saudi Arabia, where we were told he was buried in 2017? I don't have the evidence. Which one are you going to accept? The question is, when did Buhari actually die? Ìgbà wo gangan ni Buhari kú? You might say that, what is our problem with that? Oh, yes. There's a lot of our reason. Because the same Buhari that Babakitoye communicated with, Babakitoye sent him a letter just about when he was in office. The same thing that we told Buhari, Tinubu as well. That Tinubu respond to us so that we can have a peaceful dissolution out of Nigeria without any kind of war, because nobody wants a war. We want to leave Nigeria. We don't want to fight anybody. We don't have the strength to fight anybody. We just want to go. And we are tired of being part of what British created. But many people still believe that another 2027 will be in the interest. We wrote Muhammadu Buhari an official letter, according to Babakitoye, explaining to Buhari the reason why he should dialogue with us today. Even as much as Buhari refused to dialogue with us, he has now Kpai and gone. That means we will continue the dialogue with Tinubu. This is why we are saying to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ìwọ náà fara rò pé it is Buhari today. It could be anybody tomorrow. This world, ilé ayé tá ń gbé, nobody has what it takes to say, I am not going to go. No, you will go. So if you look at your screen now, this is the letter we sent to Tinubu. Bear with me. Let me get that properly. We told Buhari, come and dialogue with Yoruba nation so that we can exit this country. Buhari refused to listen to us. He said we should not bother. That was in 2022. Buhari is not interested. He doesn't want Nigeria to break. But Nigeria will eventually break even after his death, because it does not matter. It does not matter. What matters is that the letter that we wrote to Buhari, that he refused to divide Nigeria, after his death, Nigeria will still be divided. And there's no doubt about it. Because Senator Ledaduro, it does not matter how long this process will take. It does not matter how we take it. It does not matter how we are moving it forward. Buhari that refused to accept our request to sit together with his government so that we can decide the fate of the indigenous Yoruba people. He has finally Kpai. He's gone. Buhari tó takú, ó ti padà ṣe kíni? ó ti padà lọ. Buhari tó fẹ́ pa Ìgbòho sínú ilé, Buhari padà lọ náà ni. Mo ní àwa la máa jẹ àkàrà gbogbo yín lẹ́yọ kankan, because nígbà tá à ń sọ fún àwọn kan bíi àwọn tèní, ẹ máa rántí àwọn tó lọ lénìí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà níbẹ̀ nísìnyí, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe é kí a lè lọ. Ìyẹn olórí tó ń bẹ níbẹ̀ lénìí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ̀ ẹ sọ fún, torí pé kò sígbà kan tí ẹ lè ní ẹ ṣe gàràgàrà gòrògòrò, ọjọ́ kan máa dé tó máa mú ẹ̀mí yín lọ, torí pé ẹ̀mí yẹn ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ ní. That your heart that is coming like that in and out does not belong to you. Ìdí tá a ṣe ń sọ fún èèyàn pé ẹ sọ fún àwọn tí wọ́n ń darí Nàìjíríà lénìí pé àbólẹ̀ Yorùbá ó ṣe pàtàkì. There is no security among every part of Yoruba land today. You will cry if you hear many things that is happening. We have refused because of security details. Ká má lè máa gbé àwọn nǹkan jáde kẹ́ máa rí. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́n tá tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lénìí, à á sunkún, à máa béèrè pé Ọlọ́run o, ibo la báwo la ṣe débí báyìí. Látara pé security tó sí ló mú bàbá wa ẹni ọlọ́lá, ẹni iyì, ẹni tọ́lọ́run fi àpọ́nlé kẹ́ lórí pé security ni olóyè Ìgbòho dìde lé lórí. Pé ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn wa tẹ́ ń pa yìí ó ti pọ̀ jù. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ gbógun ti Ìgbòho. Ẹ wá wo ibi tí security dé báyìí lénìí. Àwa ń pariwo ààbò, ààbò, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ààbò, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ètò ààbò. Ẹ̀yin wá tún wá ń tako àwọn tó fẹ́ gbé ètò ààbò jáde. Ṣé rí pé ìyẹn ò ṣe tó da rárá. Mò ń bọ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá kan tẹ́ ń tako àwọn tó ń ṣètò. Mo lè dárúkọ àwọn tó ń ṣètò, gbogbo yín mọ̀ wọ́n. Àwọn bàbá wa tí wọ́n ń gbé ètò tọ́ǹtò tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbé ètò ààbò wọlé, ẹ wà nínú group, ẹ ń sọ pé ṣètò ààbò ló kàn nísìnyí, ṣètò ààbò ló kàn nísìnyí, ṣèbí Yorùbá nation là ń ṣe. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa, ètò ààbò ṣe pàtàkì o. Ẹ rántí pé ààbò yẹn ni olóyè dìde lé lórí tí Buhari gbógun tì. Buhari ọ̀hún nísìn ó ti kú sí London báyìí. The same London yìí náà tó dá wàhálà ní 1914 tó fi di pé Fúlàní jẹ gàba lórí wa. Tẹ́ bá rántí pé Buhari was trained in Sandhurst Military School in this UK. Àwọn ló train ẹ̀. The same Buhari ó dá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tí wọ́n ń pè ní civilian government nígbà tó ṣe military coup. Ẹ ti gbàgbé. The same Buhari yẹn náà ló tún wá lọ mú padà wá. Ló padà tún wá fẹ́ ṣe, ló padà ṣe jàǹbá tó pọ̀ sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Tẹ́ bá rántí pé bàbá wa Ládọjà, kọ́lọ́n bá ń dúró ti bàbá dáadáa, ẹ ṣé gan ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá yìí. Tẹ́ bá rántí pé bí bá ṣe gbọ́ pé bàbá Ládọjà ló wà lórí oyè ni Buhari wá, no, ṣé Lam Adésínà ni? Tí bá mix ẹ̀ up, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá mi sáré fi sí comment section, because kò ń ṣe gbogbo fact yẹn ni rántí dáadáa. Bóyá Lam Adésínà ló wà lórí oyè àbí Ládọjà ni Buhari dé lóní Lam, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Àwọn tó ń bá mi lọ lórí ètò nìyẹn, ẹ máa bá wa comment, because kò ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan la máa ń rántí tá a bá ń ṣe program báyìí. Bàbá Lam Adésínà ló wà lórí oyè ni Buhari dé lóní no, kò tẹ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọba láti lọ kí ọba. Ó lọ direct lọ bá Lam Adésínà láǹpé kí tániwọ́, àwọn wọn náà ń pa ọmọ Fúlàní lórí ilẹ̀ wa, ìwọ dákẹ́. Tó bá tún ṣerú ẹ̀, ní ta máa ṣe fún yín. Mo fi wá rán yín létí pé ààbò yẹn nísìnyí, pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní ìdààbò tó pọ̀, àti bẹ̀ àwọn gọ́vnà títí wọ́n dá wa lóhùn. Àti kégbe, àti pariwo, mo ti jágbe mọ́ wọn, tó bá yẹ wá dákẹ́. Ṣèbí wọ lábò ní London, kí ló ń wọ́rì fún? Mo ní àwọn tó wà ń lé, ẹ need the security. Without security, kò sí nǹkan tá lè ṣe. Lórí security yìí lọ́ fi lé Ìgbòho jáde kúrò lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀. Lórí security, ẹ ṣé gan ni Lam Adésínà. lórí security. Buhari ó lé Ìgbòho kúrò, ẹsẹ̀ ò balẹ̀, ó tún lé Ìgbòho wọnú Benin Republic. Ṣé rántí pé July yìí ó máa pé couple of days ni wọ́n dá olóyè ọmọ Adéyẹmọ, ẹni ọlá, ẹni yìí, ẹni tí ọba Elédùmarè máa dúró tì, ló dá dúró sí Benin Republic. Tó bá jẹ́ pé alẹ́ ni flight tèmi náà ni, èmi àtolóyè bí àlàbá lọ, bí àwọn méjèèjì lọ máa mú, because èmi á bá wọn fan tó tán lẹ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn. But Ọlọ́run ti ní èmi ti gbéra lọ́sàn-án, èmi ti wà ní transit, lolóyè pè mí, mo ní kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ bá mi, ṣebí gbogbo ọ̀nà ti clear. Wọ́n ní ọ̀nà clear mọ́, ẹ má ẹ̀ka lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn. But eventually we knew and heard what happened. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Buhari sọ fún any country pé ibi tẹ́ bá ti rí olóyè o, ẹ bá wa mú mọ́lẹ̀. Buhari ti pa ilé ní báyìí. Buhari tó ń fi kú lé olóyè, tó fẹ́ pa ẹni ọlá, ẹni yìí, tó fẹ́ sọ àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀ di opó ọ̀sán gan. Buhari yẹn ti lọ báyìí o. Buhari tó pa Àdògán, ẹ ti gbàgbé, Àdògán was killed. Alhaji Fatai was murdered. Buhari ti lọ báyìí o. Ó wá kú ní 2017 o, kò kú ní 2017 o. Somebody was representing as Buhari to the world. It was moved from point A to point B, but I am not going with the rumors. I am going with the fact that Buhari died today. Whether you want to say Buhari died 8 years ago, I am a journalist. I am going with the information that is now in the public domain. I will not tell you all the information I had on Wednesday. Journalists keep some stuff for another day. Èmi dúró nísìn, from their own side, there are things that I will be monitoring between now and the next 2 years. But all I know on Wednesday, on my visit to that clinic with my source and intelligence, I will reveal that later on, maybe even in my book. But all I can tell you that officially, after my visit of 72 hours, Buhari has already died. Mo wá ní ọ̀nà wo ló kù tí a fẹ́ fi máa bá ìrìn àjò yẹn lọ? Òun ni ká sọ fún àwọn tó ṣì ń béèrè pé ṣé ààbò ṣe pàtàkì? Yes, we need all the security to protect our land. So àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe ààbò, tó ń gbé ètò ààbò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ kí a takò wọ́n. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi support tá bá ní, ká fi ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́, kò stop the movement itself, because security is a very, very paramount one. Mo wá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, mo kí bàbá wa emeritus, kí n kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ bàbá. Bàbá, mo kí yín. Ọba Elédùmarè á túbọ̀ jẹ́ kẹ́ pẹ́ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. A máa rí yín bá o, bàbá. Ikú kan ò pa yín o. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ń rokú sí yín, àwọn ni kíkú lọ bá o. Bàbá, a kí yín, a yìn yín, torí pé ẹ dúró fún bàbá wa ọmọ Adéyẹmọ nígbà tí Buhari ní kó wá gbé ní Benin Republic ní alẹ́ ẹjọ́ tí wọ́n pín ní Ìgbòho mọ́ Benin Republic. Ní Buhari ní Shehu Garba, ó yá, ẹgbẹ́ helicopter. An helicopter was not even allowed to land in Benin Republic. That is the power of Elédùmarè and Baba Akintoye. Mo wá kí gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní surroundings ní moment yẹn. Yes, the 2 years of Igboho pin down made a lot of different things that played out in the movement. But we are grateful that we can still have Igboho with us, safe and in peace. Àwọn tó bá ń bínú ẹ̀, àwọn tó bá ń sọ pé ó ṣe jẹ́ òun, especially àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò, àwọn bínú Ìgbòho gan ni. Ó mú wọn bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé position tí Ìgbòho wà yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí tọ̀dọ̀ tí wọ́n wà, but àwa kọ́ la mú ẹni tí wọ́n, àwa kọ́ la mú. Èyí tó kàn wá ni pé Buhari ló fi kú lé Ìgbòho. Buhari ọ̀hún lè ní nísìn, ibo ló wà? Ó ti ṣe kí ni? Ó ti pa, ó ti lọ. Now, coming back to the genesis of all the problems tí Buhari dá sílẹ̀ lọ́rùn, tàbá ní ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kálẹ̀ ní àlèkátán. Please share this program. Ẹ má bínú, some of you are probably not understanding Yoruba. I understand. I'm trying to balance it as much as I can because this is a general conversation to all Nigerians. But it pertains to 60 million Yoruba people that were paying that they wanted to kill Igboho in his own residence on the 1st of July by a Fulani man called Muhammadu Buhari with the help of Malami and Garba Shehu and many others. Buhari has now finally died. Do you see what Garba Shehu said? Only inonilai waliloni rajum. The family of the former president has announced the passing on the former president Muhammadu Buhari this afternoon in a clinic in London. They don't want you to know the name of the clinic. I told you the name of the clinic. Some of you were pointing your finger at me. They cannot even tell us the clinic. Maybe they are scared that Koiki. I don't have time to go there anymore. All my source, how they will move the body, all those information will come to my desk. I don't have to travel down there. If they like, let them put Buhari in anyhow. My intelligence will give me all those information right here in my office in London. And if there's one that they want me to reveal to you, I will tell you. And if there is one that they don't want me to tell you, I will not tell you. So, but like I said, Buhari finally died while we are still here because the Fulani agenda is real. And we don't have any sympathy for his death, personally myself. Now, let's look at it this way. That if Buhari has succeeded in killing Igboho for the fact that Igboho ń béèrè for security, ààbò àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀, what do you think would have happened to a day like this? Imagine that Buhari succeeded in killing Igboho. Imagine that. I don't want to think about it, but just imagine it for a few seconds. Because many people have died in the situation like that. The mother of the Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Funmilayo Ramson Kuti, did not succeed. She died. Delegiwa did not succeed. It also died. Uncle Bolaige never made it out. He died. Even MK Abiola did not make it out. He died. But in Timofe Fayombe ni pé Igboho survived that attack. How? Don't ask me. I don't know. But Obeledumare ó fún Igboho ní Benny, that would have been a catastrophe. It would have been a big catastrophe. It would have been a biggest catastrophe if it happened that they Kpai Igboho in his house on July 4th, just 72 hours before we were making it to Lagos State. But we are grateful that that did not happen. Adúpẹ́ f'Ọlọ́run. Adúpẹ́ fún àwọn onílẹ̀. Adúpẹ́ fún Jésù tó lúkálukú ń pè. Adúpẹ́ fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń pè Muhammadu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Adúpẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó gbàbọ̀dì fún Ìgbòho. Adúpẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó gbàbọ̀dì fún orí tèmi náà, because I could have been killed if I was in the house on the 1st of July. My beautiful Moremi, Lady K, just called me as she was picking the news from Koiki Media Facebook. She wanted to double check and she spoke to me for a few seconds. I will not give you the private discussion. But imagine that Lady K was not in the house to project what she does best by coming out live Some of you think that when we come like this, we are coming because a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí bí a kẹ́ fún wa lówó. Yes, we need the money if you give us the support. Because in this social media world today, if you know what you are doing, you can be rich. Elomi, just one. Thank you so much, those of you giving us the roses on TikTok. Some of you don't know that social media makes some people popular, gives some people influence. The decay played a vital role on the 1st of July that many of us should be grateful for her. Even if Lady K abused me, I'm still grateful for her because in tó ṣe níjọ́ yẹn kò ṣe máa ròyìn rárá. Àfi ká dúpẹ́, ká máa dúpẹ́, ká máa dúpẹ́, ká máa yìn. Because it takes the grace of somebody at that particular situation of life and death to think about going on air after even the information that got back to us is that the whole network in Igbowo's house and the area was shut. How Lady K was able to go live, most of the DSS still cannot understand. How only Lady K ṣe go live? We thought that we shut down the network. How did this girl made it live? I just want to listen back to why we cannot forgive this Fulani man tó ṣe kú yìí tó ń pè ní Buhari, because ìyà tí Lady K omíyalé àtàwọn tó kó lọ sí Abuja, ìyà tó jẹ kò ṣe ròyìn fún ẹnìkankan. Àwọn nìkan ni wọ́n lè understand the pain yẹn. I was not taken there, but àwọn tí wọ́n pa family wọn, àwọn àdògán, they are still mourning the dead. As I speak to you, Buhari refused to give us the dead body. And some of you are now telling me, oh, Koiki, you are mocking Buhari. I will not want to curse you because I want to focus on the broadcast. But what I will do is I will kick you out of this broadcast. Because some of you, especially Yomoto Bini and Yomo Indomie Noodles, coming here and telling me, oh, you are mocking the dead. We will mock him as much as we can because Iyati Lady K, that was the only female that got to Abuja. Ìyà tó jẹ́ pé ó go live láti expose Buhari tó fẹ́ pa Ìgbòho. Mo dúpẹ́ fún Mọ́rẹ̀mí, Lady K. And we are grateful that Lady K can also witness today. She called me and bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò ní súnre, Buhari ò ní súnre tẹ́lẹ̀. Ó pè mí because the kind of cordial relationship that we still have. Like I said, many of you want to put a lot of fight between some of the medias that are doing Yoruba Nation. But somebody like me and Lady K, Aleja. I remember she did a video for me sometime. Okay, well, Sister Mini. So when she called me, we spoke. And I was happy that we can witness today. Because anything could have happened as at the time, 12 years ago. Ateomi Yale and the rest of those, that went to Abuja. But I want us to quickly, watch this video as a reminder. Today, Amanda, this is Lady K on the 1st of July, making us to know what Buhari was coming to for Igboho. We must be grateful for her. We must appreciate her. We must give her every support that she needs with her family. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ ń support Lady K, Ọlọ́run á bá máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ní gbogbo ìgbà. Ọlọ́run ní fi yín sílẹ̀. Ẹ à lè fi Lady K sílẹ̀. A máa ṣàdúrà fún títí because only God knows what could have happened on the 1st of July if Lady K.
Ẹjọ́ bàbá wa ṣí ẹ̀, àwọn sójà ti àtàkì wa, àwọn sójà. Ẹjọ́ ẹ máa ṣí ẹ̀. Ilé Chief Sunday Igboho, àwọn sójà ti surround gbogbo ilé, wọ́n yìnbọn gidi ni. Báyìí. Ẹjọ́ bá wa ṣí ẹ̀, bá wa pass information yẹn fún gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire.
Please share this broadcast. Love and life. Very, very important.
Mo ṣàwà báyìí. Please help me to share. We are under attack now. Please let all the warriors be informed. please help us to notify everybody. Please call everybody to be at alert. We are under attack now in Chief Sunday Igboho house. Ẹjọ́ àti we are under attack already with Nigerian military. Confirm lele. Ẹjọ́ àwọn sójà ní Nigeria sójà. Ìbọn wọn lẹ ń gbọ́ yẹn, wọ́n yìnbọn gidi ni. Confirm. Ẹ bá wa share, ẹ bá wa pass information yẹn. Everybody wà at alert. Àwọn warrior kí gbogbo wọn wà at alert. Àwọn tó bá lè máa move bọ̀ bá anywhere tó bá wà. Confirm gidi ni o, ìbọn lẹ ń gbọ́ tó yìn gidi yẹn. Àwọn Nigeria sójà lélẹ̀. Please help me to share. Chief Sunday Igboho house, ilé olóyè Igboho ṣe ń gbọ́, ẹ ń gbúrò bọn. Ẹjọ́ ẹ máa bá mi share, ẹjọ́. Ẹ bá mi share, ẹ bá mi pariwo fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire.
Ọjọ́ tí Buhari ní kọ́lọ́ pa Ìgbòho sílé, orí pé ó ń béèrè fún ààbò fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá.
Ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run.
The same
Wọ́n ti
ọmọ
yìnbọn more
Yorùbá,
than 10
I'm not
minutes.
telling
Ó yẹ
them.
kí n ti gbé sí live
Stop
látẹ̀kọ̀,
talking
but
about
I
the
want
death
to
of Buhari.
confirm
Bí
láti
Buhari
mọ̀
èló
bóyá
lọ,
òótọ́ ni.
tó bá
Kí n
jẹ́
tó
pé
wá
ó
sí
pa
live, kí n má bàa
Ìgbòho
fún yín ní
sílé,
wrong
ẹ máa sọ
information.
náà nìyẹn.
Àwọn Nigerian sójà ni wọ́n kún táǹsì, wọ́n surround wa ni. Ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, wọ́n dẹ̀ yìnbọn gidi. Kì í ṣe ṣeré-ṣeré, ẹ bá mi máa share.
Torí ẹ̀yin kan
Ẹjọ́ bá
rántí
mi máa
ẹ
share,
fi
ẹ bá mi
gbàgbé
share. Ẹ
àwa
jẹ́ kí gbogbo
journalist
ọmọ
àwa máa ń
Yorùbá
tọ́jú
mọ̀
fídíò
nílé
pamọ́
lóko
fún
gbogbo
àwọn
èèyàn
ọjọ́
wọn tẹ́ bá lè
báyìí.
jẹ́
It's a
jí wọn.
reminder
Ẹ
to
bá
what
mi share.
happened on
Confirm
the
mo
day
sọ fún yín.
when Buhari sent Fulani to go
Àti
and
ojú oorun
kill
lèmi náà ti
Igboho
kúrò
in
bọ̀
his
náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀
house.
sí ní pé
But why?
everybody lórí
Because
phone.
Igboho
Make
is
everybody wà
preventing the
alert.
death of
Ìgbà
Yoruba
tí mo dẹ̀
people
máa
by another
confirm sí
Fulani.
ọlọ́run sójà ni mi lè
But
bọ́
wọ́n wálé
síta
ní
o.
sọ kábàkàbà.
But confirm lélẹ̀
Sọ
everybody
kábàkàbà
ìbọn
will
náà
kick you
yìn
out
gidi
of this
yẹn. Kì í ṣe
broadcast.
kékeré ó sọ̀rọ̀
Wà
àǹdí
lọ́mọ
wa
wo
ni.
níbò míì.
So ẹ bá wa share
Koiki
Nigeria
Media bringing
sójà
the
ni
world
o.
closer to your
Àwọn
doorstep.
ìjọba
Èmi ní
location
13,
9 ni tó bá di
7,
kúkú máa dàrú
2025.
látòru yìí. Kó dàrú tó bá dẹ̀ máa níyànjú kó níyànjú. Ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Mi ò lè bọ́ síta, obìnrin ni mí. Wọ́n ní kí n má bọ́ síta but kí n gbé lọ sí live kí n jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀. PA bàbá ti confam fún mi sí pé àwọn sójà ni. So ẹ jọ.
So this is before things get heated. Lady K tẹ̀ ṣìráyè tán náà.
Mi ò mọ bó ṣe pọ̀ tó o.
Kò mọ bó ṣe pọ̀ because òun wà nílé.
Àwọn sójà ni.
You can see that every one of them were awoken in the middle of the night. The same Buhari, ẹni sùúrù, Lady K, the same Buhari, ó wá tún wá láǹfààní láti wá gba treatment níbí báyìí. The same Buhari ò fẹ́ kú sí Daura. Kò fẹ́ kú. You can see why we are saying ọmọ Yorùbá pé let us get out of Nigeria as quickly as possible. But you continue to come and attack Igboho, somebody like us, and many of the groups that are working back to back. Tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pé kí ìran Yorùbá lè bọ́ nínú wàhálà àti àdánwò tá a wà yìí. Ó pè yín náà, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ Lady K mọ̀ sí.
Ṣé ti rí Nàìjíríà?
Okay.
Ẹ jọ bá wa share, ẹ bá wa share.
She's still very calm here. Kò tí mo tó ń bọ̀. Lady K go le empty stage. When Lady K was doing this video, you can imagine the spirit in her that what wá attack wa àwọn sójà. Ta la àwọn sójà, ta ló rán sójà wá? Kí ni purpose? Kí ni purpose? Torí pé Ìgbòho sọ pé ẹ má pa àwọn èèyàn wọn mọ́. Ẹ fi àwọn èèyàn wọn sílẹ̀. Bóyá ẹ rántí mọ́nì, mò ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tí Lady K padà. Torí pé àwa máa ń rán yín létí kí ló fa pé awuyewuye lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ Adéyẹmọ, kí ló fa Ìgbòho tó fi jáde. Farabalẹ̀ tó o bá ti gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí, farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ nísìn.
Mò ń lọ ń dá sí nǹkan tí ó kàn mí, ṣùgbọ́n ohun tó kàn mí mo dá sí torí pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí. Bí ìjọba bá wà pé pàṣẹ àbí mo kàn sọ nǹkan tí.
Ọmọ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ yẹn máa dúpẹ́ fórí ẹ. Máa dúpẹ́ fún orí ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe ń dúpẹ́ fórí mi torí pé I don't know what could have happened if I was also in the house on the 1st of July. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa wá sọ̀rọ̀ náà nìyẹn pé Koiki ta ló ránṣẹ́. But I was only playing my role as a media that wants security and the freedom of our people. That's the only role. Offense tí mo commit fáwọn kan nísìn nìyẹn. Tó bá jẹ́ pé mi náà kọ́ jókòó tí mo ṣe skit, ó yá ká ṣeré pa, ká ṣe this. You will laugh, you abuse, and you will go. But the crime I have committed as a media personnel today is because I am asking for security and the freedom of my people. That is my only crime. Ẹlòmíì òkúkú mọ̀ mí rí tẹ́lẹ̀. I've lived in the UK for 27 good years. Àwọn tó mọ̀ mí. But the fact that mò ń jáde lénìí, mò ń pariwo Yorùbá nation, ẹ jẹ́ a lọ, ẹ fi wá sílẹ̀, ó dá, okay, like rhetorics me. Some of what I say is not balance with some of you. But bó ṣe fi wá pa wá sílé, gbọ́ ìdí tí olóyè Ṣìdẹni tó wà ní exile lénìí torí pé ó ń béèrè fún ààbò fáwọn èèyàn ẹ̀. Ó dìde. Ìgbòho ní kọ́kọ́ lẹni tó jẹ́ alágbára nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. We have Ìbà Gani Adams, we have OPC, we have Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà, we have Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn, we have farmers hunters. They are all strong men and women. But somebody took it on his own. Ó dìde. Ó lóun ò ní gbà. Ìdí tí ó fi dẹni tó wà níta lénìí nìyẹn o, tó ń gbé níta lẹ́yìn odi, farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́.
Ó wá látọkàn mi. Nǹkan tó fa ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni pé ẹ̀yin náà wò láti bí ijọ́ mélòó kan sìn bí ọ̀sẹ̀ bíi méjì sìn nípa ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Fúlàní tó wà ní gbogbo Ìbàràpá. Ẹ worú dókítà wa, Dr. Fatai, PhD doctor, ọmọ Yorùbá tó kàwé tó gboyè, ó wá lọ sí lóyìnbó ní àìníye ọdún ó lọ ṣiṣẹ́. Ó wá dé okòó dé, ó wá lọ lu bàbá ẹ̀ ní gangan. Ó dá oko àgbàdo, ẹ̀gẹ́, iṣu, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan, soya beans. Ó dẹ̀ gba ọmọ wa ní gangan bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sí bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀tẹ́ tó ń bá a ṣiṣẹ́. Fúlàní wa jẹ oko ẹ̀. Ó wá gbéra láti lọ bá àwọn Fúlàní yìí sọ̀rọ̀, láti lọ bá Sẹ́ríkì Fúlàní pé ẹ wá wo ohun tí àwọn ọmọ yín ṣe lórí oko mi, kò yẹ kó rí báyìí lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá mi.
Now, let's quickly ask this question, and I want us to be honest. Let's leave the sentiment. Let's leave the sentiment. Let's leave the sentiment aside. Mumbo, I want to get this. Okay, we're back on TikTok. Thank you so much, TikTok. And thank you so much, all the platforms that we are streaming from. My name is Olami Koiki, and I can tell you officially, Buhari has died today in London. Some say he died in 2017. I don't have the proof. But the information coming out today, he died. But I am giving us the summary of what Buhari played in the life of 60 million Yoruba people, the diaspora and those at home. Buhari wanted to kill Igboho. He failed. Buhari himself died today, officially. But Igboho ṣàlàyé fún wa what led to him coming out to say, no, this cannot happen on my doorstep. Go possible. Just like I have come out using my media, even though this media have struggled. I'm recording, but I appreciate Yoruba Space TV, Mori Ojasokwe, and the rest of every one of you. You're more than welcome, and we will take calls at some point, but let's just continue the broadcast. Thank you so much. Oh, somebody just gave me something like a heart. Mudupe, thank you very much for all the gift. My platform that many of you have now attacked, complain, report, monetary-wise, maybe some of you does not know. Let me quickly put this on record. 52,000 followers on YouTube. Lai Mohammed under Buhari reported my YouTube channel to Google and asked them to take it down. They asked him why. He said, well, this young boy is making a crime of bringing Nigeria into crisis. And Google looked at what I was saying and what I was doing. They said, well, he hasn't done anything that warrants our taking him off the channel. And then maybe the monetary that people are giving him, we will look into that. Let me tell you, some of you have just 1,000 subscribers and you're already getting some kind of, advert through your YouTube channel. Do you know that I, the Koiki Media channel, with over 52,000 subscribers, they've refused to pay us up to today in the last going to 4 years. And we have not left Yoruba Nation. So that some of you understand, I could have been doing something else with my life, and my YouTube channel will be making money for me. So we are not sitting here because of the money. We are sitting here because the pain that Igboho was going through to come out as a Yoruba man, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ọkọ Yoruba, that is the same pain that I came out with my media to challenge the government for the insecurity and the support of self-determination. Let's go out and listen more to Igboho.
wọ́n dẹ̀ dé lókun bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n dẹ̀ sàpà àìmọye èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a lè morúkọ wọn làwọn Fúlàní ibẹ̀ lórí tí wọ́n pa wọ́n jí àwọn kan gbé ẹni tí wọ́n bá gbowó tó kéré lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ wọ́n gba 7 million wọ́n gba 10 million wọ́n gba 11 million lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dùn mí ó bà mí lọ́kàn jẹ́ gan pé tá a bá torí pé tó Ọlọ́run gbà fáwa àwa ará àwọn ọmọ tí tẹ̀lé wa tó ń ṣààbò fún wa àwọn tí ọ̀lẹ́ni tí ó tẹ̀lé wọn ń kọ́ ìdí nìyí tó mú mi lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn. ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ débẹ̀ ohun tí mo lọ fún ni pé láti lọ bá a pé sógun tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí lórí ilẹ̀ wa sọ́dá ẹ ti ń gbé pẹ̀lú wa adẹ̀fàyè gba yín àbáyín jà àṣẹ nǹkan jàǹbá fún yín. ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni mò ń bá Sẹ́ríkì sọ̀rọ̀ làwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ yọ̀bọ̀n sí mi. mo gba ìbọn yẹn lọ́wọ́ ìkan yọ àáké àgbà ìkejì tún yọ ìbọn mi ìyẹn ti ẹ̀yìn ẹni bá wọnú fídíò yẹn tọ́ra fídíò wọn ó yin ìbọn yẹn sí mi kí n tó lọ́bọn yẹn mọ́ lọ́wọ́. ẹ bá gbọ́ fídíò rẹ̀ pé ìbọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dáhùn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n yin ìbọn sí mi ń bẹ̀ kí n tó bájà wá ẹ̀yin pípò yìí tí n bá bájà wá ẹ̀ ní dúró tẹ́ ẹ bá ti wá lè wá àtúnṣe sí ọ̀rọ̀ jíjígbé àti pípa àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa àtàwọn àǹtí wa àwọn bọ̀dá wa àtàwọn ìyá mi àtàwọn bàbá mi tẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn ò lo oko mọ́ yé o ó fẹ́ tàkẹ́ forílẹ̀ bàbá wa lẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń fà yìí sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn kí sọ̀rọ̀ ọjà.
Now mo kàn mọ́mọ́ gbé wa padà sí how the genesis of why Buhari wanted to take out Igboho, so that some of you that have criticized Igboho, it is this, is that. The genesis of that is why Igboho has left Nigeria today and become somebody living in exile. Please share this program and invite others to do so that we can have many people to listen. But we are grateful back to Lady K that made Buhari mission to first failed by going on air and indicate that Igboho's house is under attack.
Life. Kí n jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kí wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí kí n ṣe ṣeré o gbogbo létí bọ́ta wọ́n ti fèsì wọn ò but mi mọ iye àwọn sójà tó jẹ́ o mi mọ bó ṣe pọ̀ tó o àmọ́ wọ́n sọ fún mi wípé àwọn sójà ni wọ́n dẹ̀ ti surround wa so wọ́n release gidi ni tí ò ń ṣe ṣeré ẹjọ́ ẹ bá mi share ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pa ti wà under attack nílé Chief Sunday Igboho mi mọ bó ṣe pọ̀ tó mò ń là fún yín o mi mọ báwọn sójà yẹn ṣe pọ̀ tó o ṣé ń gbúrò bọ̀ wọ́n yin gidi ni ṣé ń gbọ́ gidi ni ẹjọ́ bá mi share ẹ gbé lọ YouTube ẹ gbé lọ everywhere kí gbogbo èèyàn tètè mọ̀ àwọn tó sùn kan jí.
This was 1st of July 2021 when Buhari gave the order to kill Igboho
àti wà under
in his
attack nílé
residence
Chief
in
Sunday
Soka.
Igboho.
The same Buhari
wọn láyé wọlé o but àwọn warrior náà ti lọ fèsì wọn ta ìwé ọba wọn lẹ ń gbọ́
Did you hear the sound of the gun?
ẹjọ́ ó bẹ́tà àwọn warrior tó bá wà tó sì ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó wá fèsì wọn níta ìta náà wà àwọn tó dé bá dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ kọ́ mọ bó ṣe máa rìn according to nǹkan tó sọ fún mi sìn wọ́n ní wọ́n surround wa bínú járe ta ló ń pè mí why calling me ẹ pè sórí fífẹ́ WhatsApp ẹ má pè sórí messenger òun ni mò ń lò.
Disturbing that broadcast instead of us to listen and follow instruction and information. That's always our own issue pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn wa.
ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa ké sí gbogbo àwọn warrior wa ó ń pọ̀ kíní tí mo gbọ́ ọ̀bọ tí mo gbọ́ ìpọ̀ ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. I know no problem but we need agbọ́dọ̀ mú wọn ní gbọ́dọ̀ escape gbogbo wọn tó bá wá òkúlẹ̀ ẹlẹ́jà ń tà èmi mọ̀ pé kò sí ohun tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ but wọn gbọ́dọ̀ sá lọ that is my own. ṣé ń gbúrò ṣé ń gbúrò ẹ̀mí mímọ́.
Hear the sound of the gun. This is how Buhari wanted to kpai Igboho on the 1st of July so that tó bá wá sórí broadcast ó lè mọ tó ń gbọ́.
Jésù.
Torí pé ẹlòmíì inú yín ò rántí mọ́.
Ẹjọ́ náà ẹ bá wa ké sáwọn èèyàn kan wá support o, ẹjọ́ o, ẹjọ́
Hear the
o,
sound.
ẹjọ́ o,
This is
lóko.
how Buhari wanted to kpai Igboho on the 1st of July. Just as he wanted to kpai Nnamdi Kanu as well in his own house. Ni, you know.
Pè sórí messenger, on disturb phone tí mo fi ń broadcast ẹjọ́. Please help me to share it. Please, we just need to inform people. I know nothing is going to happen. But nothing is going to happen, but people have to know what is happening now. This is Totu. Shenguro.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, kò ní sùn rẹ̀ níbikíbi tó bá wà. Either he died yesterday or he died today.
Share,
Now, did you hear the sound?
Mo fi títóbi ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run bá bẹ̀ yín, ẹ bá wa share ètò yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Chief Sunday Igboho bye. Àti wà under attack pẹ̀lú àwọn Nigerian military.
Okay. Now, did you hear the sound? Now, let me leave it like that. Mo kí Lady K, mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó kó lọ that ẹ̀yin lẹ padà rí ẹ̀yin Buhari. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá pé àwa la padà rí ẹ̀yin Buhari, kò ṣe pé Buhari lórí ẹ̀yìn tiwa. Buhari has finally died according to Garba Shehu. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. So in case you don't know, that is the image found on TikTok, just to say it, because somebody is still asking, a journalist like myself, the problem we have with our followers sometimes is because you have not seen me working with CNN and Sky News and BBC. When I say Buhari's died, why doubt it? When I say Buhari's in London, don't doubt it. I might be operating in my small house, but intelligence I receive on a daily basis here is vast amount that if I share some of them, the whole of Nigeria will buy within 24 hours. So we keep some for purpose. Just like when mobile phone was coming out, smartphone, it came out gradually. So when you sit on this platform, I am not one of those bloggers that join videos. I work and get the reliable information to project the message. So Emma gift. Thank you so much, every one of you. So Emma was the platform tiwa níbí báyìí. Ká wá sọ pé ṣé lóòótọ́ ni à ń gbé fake news níbí báyìí. Yes, it is congratulations that Buhari died today for Yoruba people. Don't have any sympathy for that Fulani man. Ẹ má ní sympathy kankan fún. Because tó bá rí olóyè pa níjọ́ yẹn, Àdògán tó pa lẹ́ni nísìn, we are still upset and bitter that even Tinubu has not released the body of Àdògán and Alhaji Fatai. And they will now want to come and give Buhari a befitting burial. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ẹ ṣe àyìntẹ́ fún wa ní gbogbo, all these thing on TikTok. I'm still getting used to it, but I just want to appreciate you as much as without you with this gift, because end of the month, I will cash it out as money. So it's good for me as a media organization. We need the funding to help this platform. Any media that comes on the social media and asks for funding, it is ethical, number one, because I don't want to receive money from any politician. Because Buhari, I will not be able to come out like this. So that is one thing about gift. So ó já sọ pé gbogbo yín mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o, kò ní tán níbẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ wá bá wa bẹ̀ Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Now that Buhari has died, will he have the guts, the audacity? Okay, I don't want to go into there. Buhari personally is not the fault, it's the system. Bóyá ẹ ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá Nation conversation, bóyá ẹ gbọ́ Yorùbá Nation program. So tẹ́ ẹ bá gbọ́, ẹ lè padà sẹ́yìn kẹ́ lọ review àwọn iṣẹ́ tá ti ṣe. So because if somebody is coming to say Buhari personally is not the fault, it is the system. Bóyá ẹ ṣì ń believe in one Nigeria, I will believe in one Nigeria níbí báyìí. Britain created what is known as Buhari from the Fulani that invaded the Hausa in 1806 and took out Hausa land tó fi di pé Fulani ló nílé ní. And their agenda is to do the same thing in the Southwest and in the Middle Belt. So if somebody is saying it's not this, it's the system, I just pé ẹ ṣì ń play to the gallery. I will play any by. This is not a platform. Platform ibi báyìí kò ń ṣe platform irú, we don't tolerate all that. Tẹ́ bá wá pé it's not a system. I work with the Nigerian system in UK for 10 years until I realized that that is not the system. It is the creation of Nigeria by adding, it's like adding languages that doesn't understand each other and call it one Nigeria. Ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ Tinubu. So, ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ Tinubu, whether it's 1804, 1806, it does not matter. Fulani invaded Hausa land, and we know what has happened today. Now, ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ Bola Ahmed Tinubu Omoloduode. We are not here to fight you. Maybe now that Buhari has died, you will have what it takes as a man to allow Adisa Saheed Adogan, the business partner of Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho, àti Alhaji Fatai. Mo ń bẹ̀ Tinubu, mo ń bẹ̀ ni. I am not here to abuse him, to curse him. I am begging him that maybe now that Buhari has finally died, officially, Tinubu would have what it takes to give us the bodies of what Buhari did to the lives of Yoruba people by killing Adogan and Alhaji Fatai. Bí ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀, Adogan still have a mother. Ó níyàwó, Alhaji Fatai níyàwó, ó lọ́mọ. Imagine now that the family of Buhari would like to have the body from the London clinic where Buhari died, that I visited in the last 72 hours on Wednesday, the 9th of July. Because everybody wants, even if the plane crash, as we saw, people say, just give us something to remember our loved ones. Wherever the body are, níbikíbi tí òkú Àdògán bá wà àti Alhaji Fatai, à ń fi ọjọ́ ẹ̀ní, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ Tinubu, tẹ́ bá súnmọ́, ẹ bá wa sọ fún pé kó jọ̀ọ́, kó bá wa fi àwọn bọ́dì yẹn kó dá padà, kọ́kọ́ sọbi tó wà, kí a lè lọ gba bọ́dì yẹn, kó lè, because Buhari would also be praying, I mean the family of Buhari, àwọn náà máa ṣàdúrà pé kó lè lọ kírun sí Buhari lára as a Muslim. Wọ́n á máa gbàdúrà nísìn pé kí wọ́n ráyè kírun sí lára, bóyá ní Saudi Arabia ló ti máa kírun sí lára ni, bóyá ní Nàìjíríà ni, because I know that Buhari will not be buried in London. There's no doubt about it. Wọ́n máa gbé dé ibikíbi tó bá fẹ́ lọ sí sí. So if they can wait to receive the body at the airport, all the arrangements might be going behind the scene now, but my sources will give me all the intelligence, and I will share the one I'm told to share to the public. Some will keep it because America doesn't tell you all the intelligence. So some say, come and share it with us. No, this is not a fracas place. There are some intelligence that we keep in our pocket so that we will have it there in the next future. How do you support Koiki Media? All the details are coming on your screen. You can support through donation by sending it to musakalam1@yahoo.com, PayPal. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fún wa lówó láti America. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fún wa lówó láti America, à ń gba dọ́là. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fún wa ní náírà, à ń gba náírà. À ń gba pound sterling gan sef. Tẹ́ ẹ bá wá lówó, ẹ máa fi àdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́ pé a ṣe é ṣe. Ẹ bá mi share program yìí níbi tá a dé nísìn. Ibi tá a dé yìí, òun ló wúlò jù fún gbogbo ibi tá a ti ń bọ̀ in the last 1 hour. Ibi tá a dé gangan yìí nísìn. Ẹ bá mi sọ fún Ṣèyí Tinubu pé òun náà lọ́jọ́ kan máa dé tí bàbá ẹ̀ máa dàgbà tó máa fẹ́ lọ síbi tá gbà ń rè. Ṣó wá da kí a má rí bọ́dì yẹn, tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bọ́dì yẹn wà níbì kan tí a ti fẹ́ lọ sín, kó wá tọ́jú bọ́dì pamọ́. Ẹ tọ́jú bọ́dì Àdògán. Let me count it for you, some of you that doesn't know. Adogan was murdered by Buhari government and Yemi Osinbajo in 2021. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kà, 2022, ọdún kan, 2023, ọdún méjì, 2022, 1 year, 2023, 2 years 2024-25 ó pé ọdún mẹ́rin ní July 1st that Buhari sent the Fulani and the machineries kódà wọ́n gbé babaláwo wá just to confirm that they thought that tó bá gbé babaláwo wá á neutralize oògùn tí Igboho bá ní nínú ilé, because that's exactly what we would believe. Because why would they take a babalawo to Igboho's house? Because they believe that by taking babalawo there, wá rí babalawo tó lè neutralize ogun ti Igboho, àwọn á lè wá rí Igboho pa sínú ilé. Because they were not coming to arrest Igboho, they were coming to kill him. Lady K video made them to change the plan. They were, let me leave some other gray area for now. But ẹ jẹ́ ká focus lórí why is Adogon body still with the federal government láti 4 years? Can I now go and file a case in London and detain Buhari's body here and say, lè gbé body yẹn lọ anywhere? Ṣó possible ká lọ ṣe yẹn nísìn? Ṣé ó máa dùn mọ́ àwọn ìran Buhari nínú àwọn Fúlàní pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nation o àwa lọ file injunction pé lè gbé òkú ìjáde because so reason ká wá máa fa case yẹn ká detain òkú Buhari ká detain ẹ̀ sí London? This is why we are saying to Tinubu, you can use your presidential whatever as you are today. Whatever tó bá máa láàrin the movement and you, because I don't know why since you have been in office, you have not seen it as a right for a body of ọmọ Yorùbá tí ọmọ Fúlàní ní kó lọ pa tó wá pa àwọn méjì sínú ilé wọ́n dẹ̀ gbókùn yẹn lọ to come out and say release òkú yẹn fún wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ kó òkú yẹn máa lọ kó lọ sin wọn. Àwọn tó ní ti òkú Buhari nísìn ẹ̀yin á máa gbàdúrà pé kẹ́ wá sin òkú yẹn ní Islamic way. Àwọn méjèèjì tó kú yìí, they are also Muslims that should have been buried within maximum few days after their death, because òkú Mùsùlùmí ò ń ṣe òkú tó máa ráre. Òkú tó bá ti kú báyìí, they believe that Allah Akbar ẹgbẹ́ wọlé ní ó lọ nìyẹn, àfi tó bá náwọn kankan tó need láti ṣe investigation lé lórí òun ló máa fà á pé wọ́n máa delay òkú yẹn. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ Tinubu, it is not late now. He can do the needful and release the bodies. By releasing the bodies, ẹ ṣé gan ni Baba wa Ayuba for the super chat àti Kofi. Those of you that are asking money for what, you can probably understand that when you are asking that question, is money for the media organization to continue to operate, just like BBC in Nigeria today. Without our funding here, they cannot operate in Nigeria or anywhere in the world. Moki, Egbomi, Ojasokwe, and all the medias from Yoruba Space TV and all the medias that are also broadcasting on behalf of the Yoruba nation as it is. I want to move now to, after we have discussed that, we come back home to our own quest, our right to self-determination campaign, Tambalo. We started the program in summary quickly by announcing that the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, according to Garba Shehu Twitter handle, official, in Onilai Walilani Rajum, the family of the former president has announced the passing on of former President Muhammadu Buhari this afternoon in a clinic in London, where Koiki Media was able to make a visit to him, even though all the information in my possession, according to my visit on Wednesday, I will leave that for now until some other date. But the letter that was sent to Buhari, he refused to listen to us because he doesn't see it as anything to and sit with us on the round table. It's gone now. We hope Tinubu will use this as an eye mark and say, look, let's come together, sit on the round table, discuss the issues. There's nothing wrong in asking for self-determination. It's not a crime, and it can never be a crime under the international law. So as we remove Buhari from the screen, as we say, Buhari, bye, tó bá dọ̀hún àwọn tó máa nà ẹlẹ́gba wọ́n dúró díẹ̀ fún wàhálà tó dá sílẹ̀ fún àwa ìran ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá dọ̀hún wọ́n máa nà ẹlẹ́gba. And that is all I can say on that issue. This is Koiki Media bringing the world closer to your doorsteps as we now say that the monster of the north that supported the agenda of the Fulanis, Toniko Wale pa gbogbo wa, has finally died. Has the Fulani died as well? No. Àwọn Fulani ò tí lọ o. Wọ́n ṣì wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa o. Àwa ni ká wá mọ bá ṣe máa dìde o láti defend ilẹ̀ yẹn. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. So the audio has been recorded. It will be released to the public, and I hope you can help us to share it. So that is on Buhari. Ká fi Buhari sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kẹ́yìn yan wa tẹ́tí wọlé. It has been a fantastic and many response to what? To what Baba Akintoye launched yesterday. There has also been some concerns, which is normal, because we are not Fulanese, Adenshe Igbo. So a situation like what happened yesterday at the launch of the Yoruba Nation diplomatic passport has raised a lot of concern and a lot of question. It is normal, and there's nothing wrong in it. So ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá ń wà concerned, let me first put it on record. The Yoruba passport is not a must for you to have. So if you are going to criticize it on the fact that ṣé nítorí pé o ò fẹ́ passport yẹn, o ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́lòmíì náà gbà, àbí torí pé passport yẹn ò ń béèrè pé ṣé right wa ni? All these, let us first ask. So the fact that many of you are forcing the passport, some are still even saying that ṣé authentic passport ni àbí artificial intelligence. Let me say clearly here that it is not artificial, it is not Adobe Photoshop. It is an organic, authentic passport. Is it for everybody? No, you don't have to have it. Kò ń ṣe dandan. Kò kí ń ṣe dandan pé o gbọ́dọ̀ ní. Bó ṣe dandan ni pé kò criticize ẹ̀ àbí kò question ẹ̀. Yes, ìta bá lè dẹ lóhùn nínú ẹ̀, á dẹ lóhùn. But in tí mo fẹ́ kí ó yé wa ni pé in the last 12 hours, I have received many people that have never even had the privilege to call me before. Láti béèrè pé báwo ni ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation? Àbọ̀rọ̀ mòye nísìn. Now we are getting many referrals, just the fact that passport jáde lánàá. So that means many people want, and I'm going to be speaking Yoruba now, torí my audience now should be for Yoruba, this particular section. So ká dúró lórí Yoruba fún ẹni tó bá gbọ́ Yoruba, ẹ má bínú. Mo wá rí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ṣé wọ́n wá ń béèrè. Mo wá ń béèrè pé ṣé lórí pé passport yẹn tẹ rí tẹ́lẹ̀ ni? Wọ́n náà wọ́n ti ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation náà tẹ́lẹ̀ nǹkan kan. Ó dá group wo lẹ́wà? Wọ́n náà wọ́n sí nínú group kankan. So that means pé ṣẹrẹ́yìn tí àbí kíní àwa tá à ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation, tá believe in Yorùbá Nation, tí a gbà pé Yorùbá Nation lọ́nà àbáyọ, ọ̀rọ̀ restructure kò lè work. Ọ̀rọ̀ a máa gba regional government kò lè work. In tó lè work ni pé kí Yorùbá dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè, an independent Oduduwa country, Yorùbá Nation country. Lóòótọ́ àwọn kan fẹ́ fi passport yìí nísìn pé kó fi sáré jápa. Gbogbo àwọn Q&A yẹn a máa ṣàlàyé ẹ̀. But àkọ́kọ́ ni pé ṣé right wa ni pé ìgbésẹ̀ tá à ń gbé yìí láti fi sọ pé wọ́n issue passport, ṣé ọ̀nà tó dá ní àbí ọ̀nà tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó tó fẹ́ pa ìrìn àjò yìí àbí ó fẹ́ mú ìrìn àjò yìí lọ síwájú. In tó kọ́kọ́ ṣe ni pé ó create that awareness. That is the first thing. Ó create more awareness. And I'll tell you why. I have seen even a Fulani man come and attack the passport. And I'm wondering, kí ni passport ti wá ní ṣe pẹ̀lú tiwọ? Ṣebí Fulani ni wọ. Ẹni tó believe in one Nigeria, ó fẹ́ wá attack the passport yẹn. Ṣebí one Nigeria ló believe in, kí ló kàn ẹ́ pẹ̀lú Yoruba nation passport? Kí ló kàn wọ́ pẹ̀lú Yoruba nation passport? Ṣebí ó believe in one Yoruba nation. Why are you worried about the passport? So ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè nírọ̀lẹ́ ni pé, why are you, ìwọ tó believe pé kí Yorùbá dá dúró, kí ló wà concern nípa passport yẹn? Pé a ṣe passport ó máa affect Nigeria. I am not talking to àwa tá à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation no, màá padà sọ́dọ̀ tiwa. But ìwọ tó believe in Yorùbá nation, you are passing by, orí passport, kí ni kàn ẹ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀? Kí ni problem tiwọ níbẹ̀? Ṣebí wọ́n believe in Yorùbá nation. Kí ni reason tó ṣe wá ń sọ pé passport yìí o gbọ́dọ̀ mọ kúlẹ̀kúlẹ̀? Why is that? So a gbọ́dọ̀ bá máa ṣàlàyé fún ọ. So if you are one of those, I'm sorry, you can walk out of the broadcast and at least o ti gbọ́ ti Buhari. But fáwọn tá a wá ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, we are concerned with passport yìí, irú passport wo leléyìí? Iṣẹ́ wo ni passport yìí fẹ́ ṣe? Àti pé ṣé passport yìí ṣé ó wúlò fún wa ní rìnrìn àjò yìí? Àbí ẹ fẹ́ fi lù wá ní jìbìtì? Because the movement has been criticized in the last 5 years for different reasons. A lot of criticize it. But criticism is that because bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń criticize yẹn, ẹ tún máa jí níjọ́ kan, ẹ kọ́ gbọ́ pé Yorùbá airline ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́, ó lè wọ̀ láti Lagos àbí láti Kútọ́nù àbí láti Amẹ́ríkà. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn nísìn. So let me only write up kan tí mo bá pàdé, and let me quickly see if I can read it out for the benefit of gbogbo àwa tí à ń gbọ́ program yìí, so that mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kó farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ bí báyìí dáadáa, farabalẹ̀, because passport tí wọ́n jáde lánàá kò ń ṣe fún gbogbo èèyàn o, kò ń ṣe fún gbogbo èèyàn. O lè rò pé èmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ gbà, but ó dìgbà tí a bá mọ orú èèyàn tó jẹ́ gan. Because bí ṣe sọ, British ò ní fún anybody ní passport wọn, even tó bá ń gbé ní UK. Al-Fayed òun ló ní Harrods tó fi kú, wọ́n fún ní British passport. Yes, òun ló gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi yẹn. Al-Fayed tó fi kú, wọ́n fún ní British passport. Ó ní right láti wọlé, kó jáde, ó lówó, ó ní gbogbo ẹ̀, but kò gba passport, wọ́n fún ní British passport. Kí ló dé tó ṣe fún ní British passport? Ìyẹn another conversation ni, but ẹ gbọ́ bíbá dáadáa, because clarity òun ló ṣe pàtàkì. Ṣé bá ṣe gba passport yìí, ṣé ó ti mú ìrìn àjò yẹn, ó ti somersaulted? Ṣé ìrìn àjò yẹn ti wá di money venture? Gbogbo eléyìí ló ní respond. Kódà ẹlòmíì nísìn, ó kàn fẹ́ gbà dání sọ́wọ́, ó ní passport Nàìjíríà tiẹ̀ tó sì ń lò fẹ́yìn tẹ wà nílé. Ẹlòmíì ní passport British, ó ní ti Canada, àti ráhùn kò sílùú tí wọ́n ti pè mí pé àwọn wà interested láti gba passport yìí, even up to Bahrain, up to Qatar, títí dé France, títí dé èèyàn kan pè mí láti Holland, títí dé Senegal, títí dé Côte d'Ivoire, àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín tẹ wà nílé. Now ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ ka kíní tí brother wa kan tó send sí mi nígbà tí mo kà, mo ní okay, these are a bit of more clarity. Mo ń bọ̀, mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà, mo kí gbogbo àwa tí a jọ ń béèrè fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa. Ẹ̀tọ́ tá à ń béèrè fún kò tí pọ̀ jù. A dẹ̀ ní kó dá wa lóhùn, ká ṣe ní kíákíá. A dẹ̀ ń fẹ́ ààbò fún orílẹ̀-èdè wa, torí pé kò sí ààbò tó dán mọ́rán mọ́. So ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré ka èdè òyìnbó ni a lè túmọ̀ ẹ̀ ní Yorùbá but ẹ bá wa gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. More clarity on the Yoruba nation diplomatic passport. More clarity. More clarity on the Yoruba nation diplomatic passport. This is just one out of many people's opinion. So this is not coming from the leadership of the movement. This is coming from an individual opinion. I've listened to many audios. I've listened to even those that have criticized it and said, no, you know, kò ń ṣe the right time and all this. It is all welcome development. But bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń lé wa léré náà ni àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́mọ sáré náà pé, you know, to keep the push. So now, as we celebrate this great victory for the launching of the Yoruba Nation diplomatic passport, from this diplomatic passport, we need to understand that while bilateral arrangement with certain sovereign states, kí ló ń pè ní sovereign state, ìlú oríṣiríṣi, America, Canada, France, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa, Kenya, Bahrain, tó bá ń gbọ́ sovereign state, àwa náà fẹ́ dá dúró as a sovereign state. A fẹ́ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí tó bá ń gbọ́ sovereign mi pé a fẹ́ ní independent Odùduwà country, Yoruba nation, Yoruba kingdom, whatever tá a bá fẹ́ pè kò sí tó tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa lórí TikTok, lórí Instagram, lórí Twitter space, àti lórí MixLR, because for now the funding is not enough to continue the MixLR, so we might shut it down until we have enough funding and pay for 1 year, and you know, so that ani ma worry nípa tó bá di oṣù kan àrówó, because funding is necessary. Kò sí pastor tó máa náà ní the funding. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín. Ẹ sọ fún pastor yín pé kó má gba funding. Kẹ́ wá béèrè pé báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ operate. Ẹ sọ fún àwọn àfáà pé kó má gba funding. Ẹ sọ fún babaláwo kó má gba funding. Kẹ́ wá béèrè bí àwọn lè operate. Funding is necessary. Funding ni wọ́n máa fi ń ṣiṣẹ́. Tó o bá ní fund, wà á máa wá wo èwo ló jẹ́ priority. Eléyìí tá fi ń lo StreamYard nísìn. A lo OBS lánàá. Mo fẹ́ lé èmi gan ti wò pé OBS tí mò ń lò kí n tó padà sí London. Ó ṣe tí wá rí balabala báyìí. Àwọn èèyàn complain. Eléyìí táwọn wò nísìn tó ń gbé wa lọ sí many multiple channel. It's gonna cost us $44. Owó tó máa fi yọ ní mọ́ǹtì nísìn, a gbọ́dọ̀ wá sílẹ̀. Òyìnbó tó ò bá dẹ̀ fún òyìnbó lówó, àbọ̀rọ̀bọ̀ yẹn nísìn, tó ò bá fún òyìnbó lówó, o ò lè operate o. Kò sí ọ̀fẹ́ ní abroad, kò sọ́fẹ́ gan ní Nàìjíríà. So ká lè máa understand tá a bá ní ẹ support for funding. So ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀síwájú. As we celebrate this great victory for the launching of the Yoruba Nation diplomatic passport, we need to understand that while bilateral arrangements with certain sovereign states have been established, which offers Yoruba Nation Group valuable avenue to gain political visibility, conduct certain activities, and facilitate limited travel for its leaders, these steps do not translate to a full attribute of statehood. Marcus sáré ṣàlàyé bẹ̀yẹn fún ẹ. Passport yóò mí pa ti gba country o. Farabalẹ̀. Ojú ń kàn èmi náà, bójú ṣe ń kàn wọ́n. Ojú tó ń kàn wọ́n kò tẹ̀. Sórí mi, ojú yẹn kàn mí ju ìwọ gan lọ. Ojú yẹn kàn mí ju ẹ̀yin gan lọ. Bó ṣe wù mí ni pé kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti dá dúró ká ti máa ṣèjọba ara wa. Passport tí ó jáde yìí kò fún wa ní indicator pé a ti di Yoruba Nation country, so that kó lè gbọ́ dáadáa lágbọ́yé. We are not a country even with this passport. I don't want you to ever say, àti ní Yoruba Nation, passport ti jáde, ẹ máa jó, ẹ máa yọ̀. Ẹ̀tàn nìyẹn. Àìtí ní country. A ṣì lọ, a ṣì wà, a ṣì ń to process tá fi máa di country. Ṣá ní right láti ṣe passport? Yes. Mo bi yín pé right tèmi dúró lé lórí ni pé right wo ló fún Britain láti kó mi papọ̀ pẹ̀lú Igbo àtàwùsá tá a fi wá di ẹni tí à ń fi tó ń disrespect wa lórí ilẹ̀ wa ẹ̀ta ló fún wọn ní ẹ̀tọ́ yẹn tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti lè sọ yẹn fún mi ẹ má wàá bi wá pé right wo la ní pé kó lọ ṣe passport even though right yẹn sọ pé under the UNPO ẹlòmíì ò mọ mí ní UNPO ẹlòmíì ò gbọ́ rí ẹlòmíì kan gbọ́ nǹkan tá à ń sọ kò mọ kò instead kan béèrè UNPO dá dúró fún àwọn ẹ̀yà tó wà nínú ìlú tí wọ́n ní ẹ̀tọ́ wọn o lè ní alẹ́ ẹ̀tọ́ nísìn ṣé a ní ààbò lórí ilẹ̀ wa ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa Babátúndé fún gift ten fún wa ṣé a ní ẹ̀tọ́ wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá ní orí ilẹ̀ wa lénìí ẹ bá mi kọ sínú comment section torí pé tẹ bá wá síbí báyìí tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń sọ pé a ní right láti ní passport right wo ni Britain ní tó fi kó wa papọ̀ sínú Nàìjíríà tí a dẹ̀ ń sọ fún Britain pé ó dá a ti lò 110 years nínú Nàìjíríà àdéhùn tẹ́ sọ ni pé lẹ́yìn 100 years Nàìjíríà ti expire láti 2014 kí ló dé ta wá rìn ní ẹ̀ ṣe àti sọ fún Amẹ́ríkà pa fẹ́ gba passport ṣé Amẹ́ríkà ló ní ilẹ̀ ta fẹ́ gbà yẹn ṣe àti lọ sọ fún Canada bó bá wọn Amẹ́ríkà tó bá ní àwọn reject passport yẹn no problem máa lo Nigerian passport tó ní lọ́wọ́ lọ now máa lo American passport ẹ kó fi travel lọ́lé o need láti lo Yorùbá passport fi travel lọ́lé kò ń ṣe UNBO ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ wa ìyẹn mo ṣe ní ibi ìbá yóò kí ń ṣe ibi tá a máa ń sáré ṣe program tá a máa sáré lọ UNPO Unrepresented People Organization kò ń ṣe UNBO ẹlòmíì ò gbọ́ rí tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá gbọ́ rí ẹ jókòó sí bíbá ìkẹ́ farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ under òfin UNPO òun ni passport yìí fi jáde ẹ lè má láìkẹ̀ bó ṣe jáde pé ó máa mú nǹkan mi wá ó máa mú nǹkan kan wá ìyẹn that is our own opinion in tó ṣe ni pé ó kọ́kọ́ ti establish pé a ní identity tí a bá kọ̀ ní sọ àìmọye 15 years yes ló take mi after tí mo wọ UK farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ bíbá dáadáa mo fi Nigerian passport wọ UK with a visa mo apply pé mo ò fẹ́ lọ mọ́ mo sọ reason tí mo ṣe fẹ́ lọ ó wá take mi ní 15 years kó tó fún mi ní ààyè láti jáde padà so having a Yoruba nation passport kò mí ìpè dandan pé o gbọ́dọ̀ fi travel o lè gbé dání sọ́wọ́ my Nigerian passport was with the Home Office for 15 good years nígbà tó máa fi fún mi padà ó ti expire you can imagine because kódà ó dà pé mo tún bí àwọn tí wà tó fi di pé time tí ìwé máa jáde ṣá ó dà pé mo lọ ṣe mí so ẹ má wá fún wa ní this àwaka tí ní country kí ló dé tẹ́ lọ ń ṣe passport ṣe rí gbogbo yẹn à ń fi sentiment sí ni tí ìfẹ́ gba country wa nìyẹn oríṣiríṣi ètò dẹ̀ la máa fi gba country ààbò wà nínú ẹ̀ a gbọ́dọ̀ dáàbò bo àwọn èèyàn wa bá ṣe ń pariwo Yorùbá nation a máa pariwo pé a fẹ́ ààbò I remember many of us have said it abẹ àwọn gómìnà wọ́n ṣèpàdé ní I think about February wọ́n náà máa ṣàbò fún ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti padà ṣe ààbò yẹn wọ́n ti ṣe we must continue to ask the governor to protect the land even táì ti gba country ìyẹn ló ń pè ní engagement àti diplomacy so the passport issue kò ń ṣe fún kí Tinubu lè wà happy no a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Tinubu wà happy tẹ́lẹ̀ now because Tinubu ta ti sọ fún pé kó máa padà bọ̀ ńlé ó lóun ò padà bọ̀ ńlé ṣáwá nítorí àwa nù Nàìjíríà tó ò bá lè lóru Nàìjíríà keep it to yourself as your own identity tó bá lè rí ṣe débi stage tó máa fi lọ ṣe fine kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n force pé kó wá lọ ṣe passport wọ́n force anybody nobody is being forced to come and do a passport ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ dé stage kan ká tó lọ ṣe passport and this passport is not the official standard passport tí èèyàn ń lò téèyàn bá ní country Nigerian passport èmi nísìn is a standard passport kò ń ṣe diplomatic passport even a Nigerian passport tó bá jẹ́ diplomatic according to àwọn tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní border port nílùú yìí wọ́n náà máa ní the visa. That is a Nigerian diplomatic passport. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ mi. Even a Nigeria diplomatic passport tó bá fẹ́ fi wọ UK ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní visa lé lórí o ò lè sọ pé torí I'm a government official o kàn ń bọ̀ gbùrùgbùrùgbùrùgbùrù o ò lè ra ticket kó má ní visa lórí ẹ̀ wọ́n ní gbé ẹ láti Muritala Muhammed Airport so ẹ má wá síbí báyìí kẹ́ wá máa pé kò yé wa akọ̀rò pé tá a bá ti gba passport yìí ó gbé mi dé UK kò gbé dé anywhere ó kọ̀ fún ẹ ní first your identity pé ìwọ náà lè prove pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí a ní passport ṣó dé àwọn ìlú kan yes ṣáwọn ìlú kan máa accept it definitely no ṣẹ́ni tó ń jẹ nínú Nàìjíríà ṣẹ́ni tó ń jẹ nínú Nàìjíríà nílùú tó ti ń jẹ Nàìjíríà ṣé mọ̀ pé in tí wọ́n fi mú Simon Ekpa sí kí ló ń pè Finland ṣé mọ̀ pé ó ní deal pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà the fact that it was pinned down in Finland tí bá sọ fún yín pé ní Lekki axis a Finnish organization was given up to some megawatts co producer fún yín as iná ní Lagos State wọ́n ṣe trade by barter and even as I speak to you today Nigerian government kọ̀ọ̀kan lọ represent Nigeria ní Finland ìyẹn is another case mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ ní so ṣé Finland nísìnyí máa accept Yorùbá nation passport farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn they are still chopping out of Nigeria so tó bá submit ẹ̀ as pé o fẹ́ fi gba visa fẹ́yìn tẹ̀ wá lé tó bá submit ẹ̀ tó o bá fún ẹ ní visa ọkọ reject ẹ̀ definitely because wọ́n ti rí the proof tán délẹ̀ pé Yorùbá country ti dé but kò mí pé passport yẹn ó wà invalid is a valid passport that is the same standard passport tó gbé dání tó ń pè ní Nigerian passport but the fact remains is that is it going to be acceptable by all countries? No. Ó ṣe gbogbo country tó wà lágbàáyé ló accept Nigerian passport in terms of issuing a visa tó bá máa lọ Canada ní sí wọn ní only the 17 million kò ń ṣe passport ẹ lọ need owó tó fi account ẹ ní Canada fẹ́ mọ̀ pé ṣó ní enough owó kó tó máa bọ̀ ní Canada. The United Arab Emirates doesn't care about your passport. They are saying that no 18 to 45 will be issued a visa to Dubai because tẹ́ bá lọ wọ́n náà padà wá mọ́. So all these are part of the engagement tá a máa sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ passport. So ẹ jẹ́ ká tún continue. Again, it goes further. Which offers Yoruba Nation Group valuable avenues to gain political visibility, conduct certain activities, facilitate limited travel. For its leaders, these steps do not translate to a full attribute of statehood. The passport does not mean that Atigba Yoruba Nation, we are not a country yet. Our campaign to still be a country is security and needable. We want our independent sovereign nation. All these are still ongoing. So má jáde kó máa sọ pé àti ní country wa because a passport was launched. So just to clarify that. This means that Yoruba Nation is not yet a country. But our diplomatic passport has been recognized by certain countries. The establishment of a full Yoruba independent country, any country tó bá náà wọ́n bá wa ṣe, àwa náà máa mọ bá ṣe máa bá wọn ṣe. And let me put this on record like this. UK government did not work with the Syria government for many years. But after the fall of Bashar Ahmed, the terrorist guy, tó ń run ní a terrorist organization, according to America, is now the one that is leading the government of Syria. We saw him with Donald Trump in Saudi Arabia in a suit, no more with weapons and the bulletproof and all the armories. Nothing was suit. The British government has now sent David Lammy to the same Syria that they refused to engage with. So even if Britain refused to accept the Yoruba diplomatic passport for now, in the eventuality that a full state country has been established, and if Britain still refuses to work with Yoruba people, we will leave it like that and we will work with other countries. There are many countries around the world. There's about 194 countries. One country will still work with us, even as the passport is limited to many countries. But as time goes on, when a full independent country by day, they will have no choice than to work with us. Tó bá dẹ̀ wá náwọn ọba wa nígbà yẹn, we will then know what we are going to do as a government. The Yoruba Nation diplomatic passport would function as a special travel document. Special travel document kò mí pò ní visa lórí ẹ o. Wàá kọ́ gbé passport, wàá wá lọ ra ticket, ò ní visa lórí ẹ, ò ń bọ̀ láti Africa. Ìlú wo ló fẹ́ lọ fi wọ̀? Tó bá sì fi ń wọ̀ within Africa, even a Nigerian passport, you need a visa to get to South Africa. So why will you now come and say, oh, a Yoruba passport, ó jáde, ó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ South Africa by fire, by force? Under what rules and regulation? Is that your identity? South Africa has a relationship with Nigeria, does not guarantee Nigerians to travel down there. UK has relationship with Nigeria, but does not guarantee you that UK will even give you a visa as a Commonwealth citizen. So all these are things that many of you need to know. But what this passport has done in the last 12 hours, going to 24 hours, is that it has brought in more awareness, more people to understand that, àwọn Yoruba nation yóò dúró. Kò ń ṣe dandan ni kó gba passport yẹn if you don't have the fund. Not every American has an American passport because they're not traveling to anywhere. Ṣòfin pé gbogbo èèyàn ló ní passport ní UK ni. Some British citizens don't have a passport because they're not going anywhere. And for them, some of them is expensive for them. A 78 pounds, 48 pounds is expensive for some people. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló lówó ní UK. So don't make it look like, everybody has the right, to have that such passport. Kò ń ṣe right. If you can afford it, fine. If you cannot afford it, appreciate it and move on. It has created what it is going to do, and it is still going to create more. Because this program ends, very soon. It's not going to be 3 hours. It's not about Castle or Lotiti. Now, hence, the legal validity of the Yoruba Nation diplomatic passports remain dependent on country to country, ìlú sí ìlú, recognition of our agitation. Not every country will want you to have Yoruba Nation. Not every country wants Biafra Nation. Not every country will want an Hausa country. Not every country will want even a Ijaw country. Many countries that are sucking Nigeria does not want Nigeria to break. So you must understand that those country to country will not even look at that passport. They will tell you, oh, it's not valid. Okay? Wọ́n máa sọ fún ẹ pé kò valid. Let's appreciate and thank our leaders in the Yoruba Nation for the landmark achievement made so far. Tabanika will all the landmark achievement. We will leave that for another time. The landmark achievement is that Igboho came out for the security threat on Yoruba land. And we have explained that at the beginning of the broadcast. We know what has happened after that. We now know the end of the people that wanted to destroy Igboho because he was asking for security. So Tobashi sọ pé a máa ṣe security. We must not hesitate, not disagree with them. Àwọn tó ń ṣètò pé a máa ní security, ká máa ṣètò security, má jẹ́ alátakò bẹ̀. Àwọn tó ń ṣe passport, wọ́n náà má jẹ́ alátakò bẹ̀. Leave it and let them operate it, even if it's just that visibility, even if it's just for that creating of awareness. Kò bá jẹ́ yàn 50 ló bá gba passport yẹn, ó ti create awareness tó máa create lọ títí tí Ọlọ́run máa fi sọ àsìkò, because Ọlọ́run ló ní àsìkò. A máa jà, níjà. Ọlọ́run ló mọ àsìkò tí ìlú yẹn máa padà pín. My prayer is it goes down before 2027 in their own hands. Ó máa máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ní méjì méjì. Let's appreciate, let's thank the leadership of this Yoruba nation for the landmark achievement. May Almighty God in His infinite goodness and mercy continue to protect and prosper all our leaders. Who are the leaders? We have many leaders in this particular movement. Let's first appreciate Babaki Toye, the Yoruba Nation self-determination leader that has taken it on board at the age of 90 pé àwọn máa dúró lórí pé ó dìgbà tí Yorùbá bá gba òmìnira àwọn ò ní yọsẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ our own ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, brother wa, uncle wa, bàbá tó dúró in the midst of everything tó ní well ṣé mọ́tò lẹ fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ẹ bàjẹ́ ilé ẹ bà lé jẹ́ kò mátà. I was going to show you the damage to Igboho's house in 2021, but I refuse not to anymore. I watched his video when he returned back to bury his mother, and he had the privilege to return back to the house. And tó bá lọ wo fídíò yẹn rí pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí chief sọ mẹ́rin pé he was, well, we will continue to appreciate him forever. We are grateful to him, and we pray not just for him, the wives, the children, for giving us this man in the midst of everything that he has gone through. He says, Abole Yoruba gbemoro kò dúró dáadáa. Yoruba self-determination, right wa ni. And there are many like that. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo wá kí the group tí bàbá Ìgbòho dálẹ̀ tó ń pè ní Ìfẹ́lódùn. Mo kí àwọn adarí ibẹ̀ láti bàbá wa Gani Alágbàlá for his task and the role that he's playing to function that particular group. I know some of you don't agree with him, but let me say it clearly. Baba wa Igboho is the founder of that group, just like Baba wa Professor Akintoye is the founder of Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà. Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà sì dá dúró. Kò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú any ó dá dúró as an independent group. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹgbẹ́ Ìfẹ́lódùn náà dá dúró. Ẹgbẹ́ Ìfẹ́lódùn tó wá dá dúró is managed by Gani Alágbàlá, the president. Tó ń toríṣiríṣi ètò. Ọba Elédùmarè á bá wọn tò. Mo wá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó ń pè ní groups láì yọ group kankan sílẹ̀, even the smallest group, because program yìí ti fẹ́ tán, I am ending it in the next few minutes. A kí gbogbo àwọn groups yẹn, whether it is the female group, a kí ẹgbẹ́ tí ìyá wa Janet Fashakin dá sílẹ̀, àwọn tó ń darí ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, Ọlọ́run bá bá yín darí ẹ̀. Ìgbòho Day, Ìgbòho Day, Ìgbòho Day. Yorùbá ni mí, ìṣọ̀kan ọmọ Yorùbá. A kí gbogbo àwọn group kankan tó yẹ pé wọ́n ju 7 lọ nínú ẹ̀, 8. We cannot give you all their names. Some of them doesn't even want me to mention anything on the social media about them. They are working back to back from country to country. Some of them doesn't have some of them might have this passport, kò ń ṣe pé passport ẹ lọ fẹ́ fi travel. Wọ́n ní passport tí wọ́n tó máa fi gbére asílẹ̀ láti ibi tó ń lọ sí ibi tó ń lọ. Because some of them don't have okay, I'm almost finishing, just 5 minutes. Some of them have another passport, often travel. So we are grateful to all those groups. All our mothers that are in this movement, you are the backbone of this movement. Ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin gangan ni ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ ọ̀já dáadáa ká má bàa jábọ́ lẹ́yìn yín. Torí àdúrà àwọn Fúlàní ni pé kí èdè àìyedè kó sí wa láàrin tó pọ̀ ká má bàa gbọ́ra wa yé. Kí ìjà lè wà láàrin wa, ara Fúlàní kan ló ti lọ yẹn, but there are still millions of them that want Yoruba land. Wọ́n kúrò lẹ́yìn wa o. Wọ́n ń sa tírà, wọ́n ń sa oríṣiríṣi, wọ́n ń ṣoríṣiríṣi gan. But Ọlọ́run á jù wọ́n lọ. So mo kí gbogbo wa. Mo wá kí àwọn medias that are working in the honest truth pé kí Yorùbá nation kó dá dúró. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé. It is tough, it is difficult. Èmi náà ń bọ̀ padà láìpẹ́, a tún máa darapọ̀ mọ́ yín. But ká tó wá parapọ̀ mọ́ yín, owó ní tó wọ́n bá sínlé, kí ló wá ní kọ́ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ bẹ̀ fọ́? wọ́n lè bẹ́ sọ́bẹ̀ fọ́ torí owó yẹn tó fi sílẹ̀ ẹbọ̀ fẹ́yàn níṣẹ́ sè ìyẹn la ṣe ní ẹ fún wa ní support donation no matter how small it goes a long way to help this organization no matter how small because donation from the public helps us to operate without any any problem so mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé ẹ má give up ẹ má wà tired no matter what they throw at us I know that a Yoruba country their prayer is that every one of us will get tired but we will never be tired and we will get to our final destination very soon by the power that we all believe in. I can't start mentioning all the names. It's a full broadcast. But without you, there's not us. Day 32, a lot is happening and a lot will still happen. You can see that the rally is gaining more attention. Rally no ni passport. Maybe you don't know. One of the rally day, the passport jáde, which was day 31. And what that has done, you might not know it today. Bóyá lọ́jọ́ wájú taba playback. Nínú rally tó ṣe yẹn tó yìnbọn fún yàn ni wọ́n jáde lọ issue passport. Ló di kódà ẹlòmíì gan ó sì wonder pé how? Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ẹlòmíì ò ti gbàgbọ́ pé passport yẹn. My passport will arrive in London very soon. And I will have it in my hand and I will show it to you. Ó my passport has been produced. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń béèrè pé passport yẹn kí ló ẹ̀yin má worry díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni ibi tó kù sí ètò tún máa lọ from different parts of Yoruba land and the diaspora. Mo kẹ́yìn diaspora tẹ́ náwó ẹ má jẹ́ kó sú wa. I know it is expensive. Movement wà expensive gan. Ọmọ mi fẹ́ Uber nísìn mo ní kó fún mi ní 5 minutes. It's part of it. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ náà bí àṣà àròlé 1010 á ní gbogbo wa la wà involve àwa ń jáde à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin fowó tiyín ẹ fi ń ṣe ọ̀tẹ̀ lé lórí ẹ fi ń ṣe authenticator lé lórí because a fi gbowó lọ́wọ́ Tinubu a lè fi gbowó lọ́wọ́ olóṣèlú kọ̀tẹ́ bá ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ wọn wá ní kẹpẹ́ inú mọ́ fún Yorùbá Nation. That is how far I can go. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí the platforms are still in your need and we hope you will respond to our needs at the appropriate time when it is well needed. Have a very good evening. Have a nice week ahead. Tẹ́ ẹ bá rí ni, I am working behind the scene. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ make enquiries, báwo la ṣe máa gbà á? Ẹlòmíì kan fẹ́ make enquiry torí pé ó fẹ́ confirm pé ṣé tòótọ́ ni. Whatever it is, all more details will be explained in the next broadcast. But for now, we gotta go. Thank you from London to Manchester to Birmingham to Bahrain to Qatar to UAE to America to Canada to Yoruba land to Ghana to Senegal to Cote d'Ivoire to wherever you are around the world to Russia. My name is Olawumi Koiki, your last man standing in this Yoruba Nation struggle. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday and hope the week ahead will be great for each and every one of us. Good night.